Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today looking at some Oktoberfest beer. Although Oktoberfest is actually over now, this is a little late video of the only Oktoberfest beer I actually have got this year. Last year I did a really fun blind tasting of the big 6 fest beers of Germany. I could have done that again this year, but I don't think there's a point in doing the same video once again. If I should do it again, it should be with the pale Fest beer, which I think is the real one that they serve. They also have the other one, which is a Märzen, but the pale one, I'm not sure if they bottle it. I think it might be a tap thing only. But we're drinking some fest beer today, one that I've actually done, not a real proper review, but I featured in a video in the past. Brett and I did a video recommending German beers for if you have hosted an Oktoberfest party or something like that. We recommended some easy, accessible, great German beers in a video where we were drinking this at the local bar called The Wharf. So we're trying this today from the bottle, and yeah, it's been a while since I had it, probably a couple of years. So this is Weihenstephaner Festbier that I got from Beer Dome. So thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. Usually every year for around Oktoberfest, they get a nice selection of German beers, and they actually get all of the big 6 besides the Hauptschor, so the big 5. But they sell fairly quickly, and then they also often get some other German beers for the season. But they've actually had a nice sporadic selection of German lager the last couple of years, maybe last year plus or so. So that's awesome because I love great lager. So this is 5.8% brewed according to the Reinheitsgebot. I think it was 13 point something Plato original gravity and 23 or 25 IBUs. So yeah, and this is also going to be, very fun to try because Weihenstephan people, they are known for their Hefeweizens, but they also make some fairly decent lager as far as I remember. And one of the most used lager yeast in the entire world comes from this brewery, the W3470 yeast, which is almost all German brewers use that. I mean, I use it. I think it's a great lager yeast. So yeah, let's check this one out. So Pour is a very nice pale golden yellow color. It looks like a fest beer. It had a nice frothy white head when pouring out. Super clear as well, which is great to see. Looks awesome. Let's check out the aroma. So what I really like about this initially is that this is much more hoppy than some of the classic Munich fest beers, actually. This has a nice bouquet of floral and peppery spicy hops. Because some of them are hoppy, but it's not like super hoppy. It's fairly light. It reminds me, thinking back, a few of them reminded me a bit of just slightly more hop forward and malty Helles lagers. This seems a bit more rich than some. And it's a very fresh bottle, I think. So maybe from this 15th of June. So fairly fresh, actually. A couple months, but it smells really nice. There's some rustic breadiness underneath. Like a slight layered decadent breadiness, which could be a touch of a Munich malt or melanoidin or decoction meshing even, because it has that almost rustic countryside breadiness with some crackery notes and bready notes. It smells like a nice fest beer. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. Definitely sweeter than I expected, but it is stronger. So that's usually what you're going to get, but it's definitely also got some hop character. It drinks more like what I think of when I think quintessential fest beer, though. Very easygoing, strong, pale golden beer. But this one just has a little bit of a sweetness. But that's because it's stronger. So because it's stronger and you have less hops in there, you'll have more sweet malt flavor. It's like this sweet, almost like doughy, bready malt flavor. Like a sugary kind of thing. Almost like a little bit like cornbread, but without any corn flavor. It's like that, or senke, pound cake, or something like that. It's like this sweet, bready flavor that reminds me of breads that are sweetened a little bit. And there's a touch of that rustic countryside loaf. Now my palate is really adjusting to that sweetness. And that soft bitterness comes in and helps cut it, which is really nice, with some hop flavors, mainly grassy and peppery. But it's pretty good. I could definitely drink a couple pints of this, but I'd rather have a Pils or maybe a Helles or something like that. just because I think like the sweetness in these fest beers are not like, I think it just gets a bit too much because they're so timid on hops and they're sweeter. I don't think they're that super drinkable. Like I don't know, fest beers are not my favorite thing. A lot of people really dig these, but I'd rather have something lower ABV this session. There's maybe a bit more hoppy, or just lower ABV without the sweetness that this has, like a Helles, for example. But it's still well made, no flaws or anything, which you definitely would expect from a brewery like Weihenstephan. I got another beer from them on Beer Dome to revisit, Copinion, their Doppelbock. I'm not sure if I ever reviewed that. I think I did, but it'd be really fun to try and revisit some more of their beers. Like also try Vitus again, and also just their Weizen and their Dunkelweizen. It's been years since I tried them. It would be fun to try them fresh because especially wheat beers are always best fresh. So yeah, we'll try and see if we can do that at some point. I mean, I'm going to Germany this week, so maybe I can find something down there. That'd be cool. Let's see, in Hamburg. Beyond Beer, I'm going to be visiting them, doing a tap takeover with some Bad Seed beers. But I think you're going to see this video when the tap takeover is actually over. But this is nice. Not mind-blowing, not bad. It's just really nice, textbook fest beer, maybe with a touch more hops. But yeah, nothing that's going to rock your world if you're, into the more rustic and well-hopped lagers of like Franconia and stuff like that. I think this is more for the people that really like the fest beers and the pale Helles and like not too aggressive hoppy lagers, but it's well made and nicely drinkable. So yeah, I was initially thinking maybe 90, but I think the sweetness is just a little too much for me. So I think I'm going to drop it down to 88, 89. It's still a nice fest beer for sure. The sweetness is just like a bit off-putting. I think still something like Augustina's fest beer, for example, is better than this. Or was it Hofbrau? That was my favorite, I think. Along with Augustina and the Märzen from Hackabschur, although that doesn't really count. But the Hofbrau I haven't had more than once, I think. So it's like, but also the Agustina, actually. All of them, most of them I've only had once. I think the ones I've had the most of the big six fest beers is like Spaten and Paulana, maybe. Yeah, but not half bad. Nice fest beer. So if you guys had a chance to try Weihenstephaner Festbier from 2024, let me know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. Link for the shop is down below. They might still have this if you want to try it, because I got this last week. So yeah, if you had it, let me know. As always, leave a comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I will say cheers and see you guys in the beer review. Good body as well. Very slick yet dry.